Hey Shireen.
So sorry I'm late. I brought you cake.
Brought me cake?
Yeah.
You can be as late as you fucking want, so.
The girls got us a surprise goodbye cake. That's why I was late, so I had to stay back and say thanks and give everyone
And is
hugs.
this for you, like?
But yeah, for me and one of the girls, because we're going away for 6 weeks, so it was a we're gonna miss you cake. My name's Shireen and this is my friend Gary. Me and Gary became friends just over a year ago. Gary is a painter and he's actually a best-selling author, which is how we met. I put up a status looking for writers for a production company and Gary got in touch. The two of us met for a coffee and ended up being friends for a really long time after it and still to stay are friends. When we first met, Gary actually brought me a copy of a book he wrote called The Joys of Joy, which at the time was best-selling. It was about a man who spent 3.5 years in prison, and I was quite shocked to find out that the story was actually based on him.
You want a coffee?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Water?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Sure?
Yeah.
You don't want coffee, don't want
No, I
to?
got
We're going on the road, are we?
Yeah, do you want to drive and get a coffee? I never really asked Gary about his time in prison. I think it's because we became friends so quickly that it almost just felt inappropriate to bring it up, but of course it was something I was always curious about. So I finally plucked up the courage to ask him, and he actually agreed to bring me back to where he was arrested and just basically talk me through everything that happened.
Hi Dave. How are that? I was thinking of on Monday, the birthday, with the outing, yeah. My ma always, once it's Elvis's birthday, I ain't got to do with fucking Elvis, and then of course with your dad as well, do you know what I mean?
Jeez, a long time ago.
Fucking right, man.
Yeah, every Thursday night he used to come down.
That's right, yeah. Every fucking great. I will, of course, Dave. I'll talk to you soon, buddy, right? Take it easy.
Do you put on a posh voice when you talk to me?
Want to talk to you? No, but I am a chameleon. Chameleon, tell you, no, seriously, Shireen, right? I got talking to, he's no longer with us, this man in Mountjoy. I dedicated the book to Dottie. And Dottie used to say to me, know who you're talking to. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, if you want to get the best of someone, then make them feel as comfortable about themselves and about who they're speaking to as you are. So I might come from Finglas, but when I talk to Deborah, who lives on the complete opposite side of the track, so sorry, Shireen, left here and straight for ages. When I speak to Deborah, I do put on I kind of talk more like this, Shireen, you know, and I soften the tone a little bit, and then when I'm talking to him, as he starts, oh, it's a story, Davey, how are we, pal? What's so funny? What's up? Yup, you know. So.
What's with people though saying yup? Is that a real thing? Because McGregor always says
it's a colloquialism, as in not even Dublin, as in the west of Dublin, as in kind of Clondalkin and that kind of area.
Do you want to get a drive-through coffee on the way?
Jesus Christ!
What, do you want a real coffee?
No, we want a real coffee, don't we? I don't mind actually. Yeah, do you want a coffee right now? No, then we're going where we're going. We can get a coffee. Where I was arrested, we can get a coffee. Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes when I think about the fact that Gary was actually in prison for 3.5 years, I find it so hard to believe. He's honestly one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He's absolutely hilarious, always the life of the party. And honestly, anytime I'm around him, he does nothing but talk about his mum. So I was absolutely delighted when he said that we were actually going to be passing our house on the way and we could call in to see if she's going to be around.
This is my estate left here. Do you want to meet me, mum?
Yeah.
Yeah, we fly ourselves.
Oh, can I actually?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. She'll go mad because her hair's not done and all this shit.
Look at the state of me right now.
We'll literally just run in, say hello, run in. Oh, yeah. Just take a hand. See this car here? See that car there? Parking between them. Silver car there in the driveway. That's my ma's house.
Here?
Yep. Noel!
Hiya.
Shireen, Noel, Shireen. You must be feeling warm, eh?
Pardon?
Hiya.
Nice to
You must
meet
be
you.
talking about this.
You're only cold if you think you're cold. I swear to God.
Every man down the house, folks, we need to finish.
It's me, Mal. Can you help a sec, will you? Another one, yeah. Look, there you go. Look.
Yeah, how are you?
400.
So lovely to meet you.
Look at me.
400. What did I say to you? Come here, we're only flying.
I'm bringing them on an adventure to where he was arrested.
Where it all happened and where it all started.
Yeah, got him about 2 hours ago. I picked him up. He made me a
yeah.
lovely steak dinner.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, he was telling me, he was like, I learned to cook in prison. I was like,
He does.
That's
That's where
insane.
he makes, what do you call it? Apple crumble.
Yeah.
Which is gorgeous.
It didn't take long for me. His mum didn't exactly want to focus in the fact that he used to be in prison, which I can fully understand. To be honest, I was just absolutely delighted to meet her, so I didn't really want to pry too much. Instead, we got speaking about his achievements and where he is now.
You know Dee?
No. Oh, no, he was actually just telling me about it there on the way
From her
in.
there, look, that's how lovely
That's lovely.
I'm after buying her big boxes down to send down to her. Because she's always sending them, you know, and I said, I'm going to buy her loads of them because she loves them little cards. I'm after buying her loads of sets.
Oh, that's
Send them
lovely.
down. She's lovely. They're
Yeah.
all
He's
doing
surrounded
herself.
around really nice
Pardon?
people. He's surrounded around such nice
He's
people.
brilliant, honest to God.
Yeah.
They were all up in my daughter-in-law, was they telling you?
No.
Last Saturday week, just after Christmas actually. Dee came up from Kerry, Eilish's partner, and we had a great day. You know, a bit of laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And Dee was doing, very funny it was. She was humming tunes and you had to guess them. And she said, I was in my brother's for Christmas and nobody got this one. We two of us humming together. Because she asked her what it was. They're humming away and they only started humming. And I said, do you believe in land? They couldn't believe it. I got it straight away. I have a great ear for music.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
brilliant.
hopeless. That's obviously where he gets his musical skills from.
Fabulous ear for music. Always had.
One of Gary's biggest achievements was actually the fact that he started a band in prison. I remember I couldn't believe it when he first told me. I was just like, how do you even go about starting a band in prison? It's something I really wanted to explore, but first we decided to go back on the road and go back to where he was first arrested.
Come again. I'll be dressed.
Ah, Lily, shut up. I love you. I'll ring you later, right? Go in now and talk. That's your ma.
She is absolutely lovely.
Oh, she's amazing.
He's singing along, like,
Yeah, she's deadly, she is. She is just... Oh, she's the best friend and I love her. I love her to pieces.
The relationship that Gary and his mom have now is amazing. They're so close, they do so much together, but unfortunately before he went to prison, that wasn't always the case.
So we're
So were you living at home when he got arrested?
No.
Who were you living with?
I was living on my own in left here in a bedsit in a front room of a house that was converted into a bedroom. My mum couldn't take me at home anymore. I was gone. I was drinking so bad at that stage.
How long were you drinking for?
My whole life, right here. I started drinking when I probably dabbled and experimented when I was like 8, 9, 10, around that. Kept drinking. That's why I used to play football. This is where I misspent most of my a huge chunk of my life when I think about it around this area. I love it around here, though, Shireen.
So, when did you move out of home?
I never really stayed at home.
Okay.
As soon as I could, I'd get out and then I'd come back and then I'd be out and then I'd come back. And I suppose when I went this particular time, my drinking was too much for my mum. You know, I was putting people through a lot of shit, Shireen, you know. So I wanted to get out of there, but I wanted to stay close to my mum. So you see where I lived? This is where I moved to. It's only up the road here. And I'm really glad that you're getting to see this because you're going to see how depressed I was. I was so fucked, Shireen. I really was. When I think back to them days, like, I was miserable. I was living on my own in a fucking bedsit in a house sharing with a load of fucking gobshites that I couldn't stand. You know, I'd no money, but I was an alcoholic. I had no job. You know, it was just a bad time in life, man. It really was.
After about 20 minutes driving, we finally arrived up at the garage where Gary was arrested. I have to admit I was super nervous pulling up because it was his first time going back since the actual arrest and I wasn't sure how he was going to react, but he definitely told the story brilliantly.
Yeah, we're going right here. Okay, so here's where the story begins. So this is famous village, Shireen. And we're going, when you go right, okay, we're not going up that road, we're going up that one over there, okay? Follow that black car. Because this garage is literally, you get into that lane. This garage is just going to pop up, slow down a little bit. It's just going to pop up and you really need to see this. This is full, here's the garage, right? Topaz. So we're going to go in there. And I want you to take that exactly what he's doing and then slow down a little bit, right? And watch this. Look at the garage that's here, right? It's a Ford garage. Yeah. Look at the cars.
Yeah.
The Ford cars. I pulled stop where he is there. Stop here, right? I stopped here and the man's truck was where that chap is filling up now. And all them cars are there. What are the cars? Ford Mondales.
Yeah.
What the guards drive. It's brilliant. All the guards were sitting in the cars. They were all just sitting there looking at me. But I'm not it's a Ford garage, it's a Ford car, I didn't even fucking bother looking. Brilliant. I parked there, went over to the guy here, he opened the back of the van, he delivers cakes and it was refrigerated. Big high rise. Not a truck, but a bigger van. And he has to wear this ridiculous looking uniform. And I was like, yeah, okay. Took a Louis Vuitton bag about that big, filled with cannabis. Took that out. And he said, here, there's a few fucking gatto cakes. Take them with you as well. Like. So I was walking the thing here. I walk from there to about there. And I got about where the bonnet of your car is now. I got a gun put to the side of my head.
A gun?
Yeah. No, they obviously shouted armed guard. I didn't hear them. And at that second I thought I was dead. I thought I was going to be shot, like, and I pissed myself straight away. I said that on national television. No fucking problem saying that. It was terrifying. Do you ever have a gun put to the side of the head by a man? No. So trust me. And then it's, I'm guarding the fuck on the ground, stay on the ground. Oh, and I just went, oh no. I kept thinking, oh no, oh no, oh no. So they had the cars here. So they had one guard car here like this. So they got me up off the ground. I'm in handcuffs. I've pissed myself. Everybody's looking. Really embarrassing.
What were you wearing? Were you in
like a pair of jeans and I think I had a white t-shirt on me. I would have been 18.5 stone. You know, I was a mess. Like, they brought me from here to here, and they put me in the back of a Mondale, and they brought me over to here, and I sat in the back. I'll never forget it, Shireen. Right, I sat that side. They had this door open, so I sat behind the passenger side, and they had the back door behind the driver's open, and there was a good cop, bad cop situation going on. This fella come in and go, yeah, right, you know, just relax now, it's all over, you know. And the other fella was like, you fucking scumbag, like, we're going up to 23 Grove Park Drive, I'm going to kick your front door in. And I was like, I don't live there, you just saw where they came from. They want to kick her door in. That's what they threatened me with. And I was like, please don't, I don't live there. Where do you live? And I wouldn't say, like.
And that is the story of Gary Cunningham's arrest. As I said before, Gary was originally a painter and now he has become a 2-time best-selling author and someone that I'm absolutely privileged to call my friend. I was so grateful to go on this journey with him, as it's something that no one has ever done before, which is go down the route of where he was arrested and see what exactly was going through his mind.